Is Bollywood losing its identity to South cinema? Bollywood, the powerhouse of Indian entertainment, is losing its plot. Quite literally. Once celebrated for its originality, the Hindi film industry today seems to be suffering from an existential crisis. The signs are everywhere, and they're hard to miss. Blockbusters are few and far between. Audience loyalty, a thing of the past. And most importantly, creativity on life support. So, what is Bollywood doing to survive? It's doing what desperate industries do. It's begging, borrowing, and yes, even stealing from South Indian cinema. Let me explain. The story of two cinemas. South Indian cinema, whether it's Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, or Malayalam, is on fire. Hits like Bahubali, KGF, Pushpa, and RRR have not just dominated the Indian box office, but also put Indian cinema on the global map. These films offer everything Bollywood once claimed to have. Gripping stories, strong characters, larger-than-life action, and music that stays with you long after the credits roll. And Bollywood, it's struggling to keep up. Films like Pathaan and Jawan are exceptions rather than the rule. A long list of flops. Baby John, anyone? Shows that Bollywood is playing catch-up. So it's no surprise that the Hindi film industry is now heavily leaning on South cinema for survival. But the way it's doing this is frankly embarrassing. Begging for remake rights. Bollywood has always remade South Indian films. That's not new. But the sheer frequency today is staggering. Almost every second film in Bollywood is a South remake. Take Selfie for instance. It was a remake of the Malayalam hit Driving License. Did it work? No. Another example, Jersey, the Hindi adaptation of a Telugu blockbuster. Did it click with the audience? Not quite. And yet, Bollywood isn't stopping. Why? Because it's easier to buy the rights to an already successful story than to create one from scratch. Upcoming releases like Deva, which borrows heavily from Tamil and Telugu cinema, are further proof. But will this strategy work? Or is Bollywood digging its own grave? Borrowing South Indian talent. Let's talk about borrowing. Bollywood is no longer just looking south for inspiration. It's importing talent wholesale. Directors, actresses, technicians, composers, you name it, and they are being brought in from the south to rescue floundering Hindi productions. Actress Rashmika Mandana, known as the National Crush, is now a Bollywood staple. Directors like Atlee are being roped in to inject life into an industry that seems to have forgotten how to make a hit. Even music composers like Devi Sri Prasad are being poached to replicate the magic of South Indian soundtracks. But here's the problem. Importing talent doesn't guarantee success. Bollywood's assembly line approach is failing because it doesn't understand the heart and soul of South cinema, stealing the look. Have you noticed how Bollywood heroes are starting to look like their South Indian counterparts? Take Pushpa. Allu Arjun's rugged, massy look in the film became an instant hit. Bollywood didn't waste time copying it. Ranveer Singh's upcoming projects and even Salman Khan's recent films scream, inspired by the South. The flop Baby John was another glaring example. The hero's unkempt hair, the lungi-clad swagger, the heavy dialogues, they were all poor imitations of South Indian heroes like Yash and Vijay. And the audience wasn't fooled. But the stealing doesn't stop at aesthetics. Even storytelling techniques, background scores, and action choreography are being shamelessly lifted. Where does Bollywood go from here? While imitation may be the sincerest form of flattery, but it's not a sustainable strategy. If Bollywood wants to reclaim its throne, it needs to go back to its roots. Original stories, meaningful characters, and a connection with the audience. That's the formula Bollywood once had and must rediscover. So what do you think? Will Bollywood wake up and smell the filter coffee? Or will it continue to lose itself in the shadow of South Indian cinema? Only time will tell. But one thing is clear, the clock is ticking. This is Leena signing off.